What's going on, everybody? So today's video is pretty cool, bringing back the 100 hit points warrior in this one. Even though it was not intentional, it just happened to snowball pretty hard at the start, using Eggy skill 2, so I wanted those early round wins, and just ended up keeping it going throughout the whole match. And this build is going to be a fighter celestial with 2 tanks, and I feel like it's just a lot stronger than the 6 celestial and 4 tank build. Because late game, I don't know, I feel like that build just kind of falls off if you're going versus very strong teams, versus, Freya's and Nuzhong's or strong mage teams. It works really good for the early game, the 4 tanks and celestial heroes, but late game I prefer this build with the 3 fighters. And since Martis is already a fighter, it just fits in perfectly at 9 slots. But you're going to be strong early and late with this build, which, if you guys know me at all, that's the kind of build that I like. And I just noticed while doing this commentary that I did just miss that Minster, however you say his name. I missed him in the shop right there, which is definitely unfortunate. Now, you really want to find an Argus at the start if you can, and I think in the last video we went over how when Argus has the flicker skill with assassins, it is not effective. But if you are doing a celestial fighter build, there's no reason not to use that flicker skill. It can be super effective, especially with the silence spell if you get it, or silence equipment item. And you can see here at the start that I am not conserving my gold, guys. That is just because I'm using Eggy skill 2. I want these early game victories so that my commander just starts upgrading for free because of my win streak with Eggy skill 2. And for anyone who's, I think I had in my comments, like, what is a good starting build or starting to get the win streaks early game? So this video is definitely perfect for that. So in the end, you're going to be switching out Zilong for Thamos. So it's good to keep him in, get him level 2, and just leave him at level 2. And getting him to level 2 should not be that hard to accomplish. Should be very easy. And here at the start, if you find a Moskov or a Bauman to get that Abyss synergy just at the start, and you can just throw them in. That way they'll have a little bit of defense down, and it's just going to help you a little bit early game. Now, we got pretty lucky on the Martises here, but we were also cycling a bunch. So I would say it's kind of like Sabers in an assassin build. Unless you're getting a ton of them at the start, either 3-star him, if you're getting a ton. But if you're not getting a ton, don't overdo it. And just keep him at level 2 and move on. But in this case, yeah, we were able to get a ton of them. So we went with it. And in the shop there, since I have the carry, obviously, which is a celestial hero, and I had the Moskov in there for the Abyss bonus, so I just decided to throw in Maya just for a little bit. That way we can get some crits going until I find my other heroes. So as you can see in the shop there, I did not even purchase more of her because she's not going to be there long. It's just to try to keep these wins going. And this is how I usually do it if I'm using Eggy skill 2, is I will make sure to try and win the rounds before that fate box, and then save up to over 20 gold when I hit this first boss. So that is exactly what I did there. And now I'm at 20 gold. I guess I just decided to keep going there. So kind of contradicted myself. But I mean, I did save. I just kept going because I wanted to I wanted to find any celestial hero that would fit in there, but was not lucky on the rolls, so I just picked up that Kufra because I had 2 extra gold. Make sure I'm above 10 at least. And since we still have a win streak going, we are still benefiting more from having Eggy skill 2 than we would if we were at 20 gold and, you know, lost a round. So now that I kind of put myself into a hole, I'm going to have to work my way back up to 20 gold. But as long as I continue this win streak, I'm not too worried about it. I do see a Tigreal there, so I'm going to grab him because he's the other tank. Like, he's the only tank I'll be using. And this is optional whether you want to use Tigreal, Lolita, or Johnson. As long as you pick one of them, just to get that 2 tank synergy for late game. I like Tigreal. He is just a overall strong tank and has good CC. But you can really do whatever. That's the only hero you can choose in this build, I guess you could say. And yeah, you can do any tank. So one big thing I should point out is I'm keeping the fighter synergy in throughout the whole time, which is, it's great because of the sustainability, and that's what really is going to make the difference late game and ensure you get the victory. Because like I said before, with the 4 tanks, even though you do have a bigger shield, you will not have as much sustainability, and it's just not going to be well late game. So now that I have that the silence item right there, it's going to work great on Argus, because if any of you guys don't know, whenever you fight an Argus and he gets to his low hit points, it'll proc, and if he's able to heal again, he can proc that item again. And I don't think I switched it over to him because I was looking through my shop for upgrades. I just did there while this round is going. So now we only need a few heroes to get our Celestial 6 bonus in, and that is when, of course, the build is really going to scale to full proportion. Now, one thing I forgot to go over in the first Fate box, I ended up getting that physical lifesteal, but usually, and that's because there was no other mage items. Like, if I see a magic lifesteal or the item that makes you immune and like it'll freeze you and heal your hit points back up, any mage item I'm going to be getting, because I'm going to put that on Gato, and he is your late game, really everything in this build. It just makes it all work together so well when you have him to 2-star, because he's just a great initial burst damage and just CC throughout the whole time. That all mixed in with the fact that he has that 6 Celestial bonus. He's going to be attacking really fast after he uses his ultimate. So it's almost like you have a 6 assassin synergy on him, because he's just going to be going off. So here I got the magic lifesteal, which is perfect because we just picked up a clone also, so we don't have to worry about finding any more copies, and we're just going to clone him right off the bat. Now all we need is a Thamos to switch out for this Zilong, and the build is complete. Positioning wise, I like to position them just like this. I probably should have put the Cyclops where the Zask is, just because right now that Zask can get hooked. But look at that, guys. Our whole team is literally alive. It's just a ton of damage. You can see Martis is doing damage the whole time. And yeah, just really good comp. Okay, we were able to get the Thamos here, so we're going to immediately swap him in. Now we have the Abyss synergy, and this is the build at completion. And if you end up getting to this point and you end up getting a 10th hero, you can put in a Yuzong to make that Zask even stronger. So it works very well. I encourage you guys to give it a shot. Let me know if you think it is also stronger than the 4 tanks. I definitely do. But yeah, and we've been scaling hard throughout the whole match. And I've definitely done this build not using Eggy skill 2, and it works well also. This is just the commander I was using at this point in time. And if you don't get a 3-star Martis, definitely be looking for, as far as like early game damage and sustain, is getting a carry to 2 stars really good. We just weren't able to really get any of her on the rolls. And that is the magic item I was talking about right there. Works so great on Gato, especially since he's at the front. And usually he'll be able to do his first proc before that item is even needed. So he'll land on the whole team, they'll focus him, he'll heal up and be able to do it again. And if you can, I would say, even if I get a 3rd item on him, revive would be perfect also. So that way he really has like 3 lives, and it just works so well. We're easily able to defeat these guys. Our comp is just too strong right now, and that is exactly what we want. So here I'm just checking out everybody's power. Looks like we're pretty good going versus 6 assassin Empire team, I believe, this round. So I was watching it myself here. And it's, all the heroes are still pretty tanky, even with just the 2 bonus. So it ends up working out really well. Just swooping Gatos at this point. Like I said, this is completion, so at this point you're kind of just chilling, and it's actually surprising how much damage Zask will do if you get him to 2-star. So definitely be looking out for him. I would say Zask and carry. Like, of course, Gato is going to be the main hero you want at level 2, but also try and get that Zask and get that carry. Okay, it looks like I wasn't sure that I got the revive item in this game, but those are his 3 like core items, I would say, for even if you're doing a 6 mage in Gato. Like, those are the best items on him. He's going to be healing when doing damage, and with the 3 fighters, he will heal even without that magic life steal. It just makes it a little bit better. And yeah, he's got the revive and that magic item, so it works, just syncs super well. And there we go, guys, the 100 hit points. Let me know, try that build out, and let me know how it goes. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you.